Hi, my name is James Shepard, and this is another edition of the Merchant Sales Insight. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 things that small ISOs need. 3 things that small ISOs need. This particular edition of the Merchant Sales Insight is brought to you by Maverick Payments. I actually send a lot of smaller ISOs over to Maverick when they ask me who they should work with, largely because of these 3 reasons. But this Merchant Sales Insight, I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it if you're a smaller ISO looking to scale up and grow, because I think you need to look for these 3 things in a partnership, and you need to work with your current partner to make sure you have all 3 of these things lined up. So let's dive in. Number 1, small ISOs need a technology focus. A technology focus. If I had to pick one word for 2023 that should define your payments strategy, it would be the word focus. Okay? So if you're a small ISO, be careful, because you can be really powerful if you focus, but you've got to think through how you're going to focus on technology for a specific vertical, for a specific solution. So if you're a small ISO, you can't afford to go after every possible vertical and carry every possible point of sale system. You know, you've got 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30 agents. You need to make sure those agents are focused. You need to make sure you're making training that's focused. You need to make sure operations are focused. Like, everything needs to be focused. If you want to do a great job, you're not going to be able to do a fantastic job at everything. So pick your technology focus carefully and make sure that your processing partner allows you to have that focus. One of the reasons I recommend Maverick as our sponsor here is because they do have a lot of different alternatives for these ISOs, whether they want to do high risk, they want to do card not present, they want to do the e-commerce, they want to go after terminal merchants, they want to sell point of sale systems. Maverick has a pretty good suite of products and solutions on the technology side. But at the end of the day, whether you're with Maverick or somebody else, as a small ISO, you need to focus in 2023 on a specific channel that you want to go after, a certain vertical, a certain technology solution, whatever that might be. Focus. Number 2. We want to avoid opportunity cost. I did an entire edition about this a little while ago, but we want to avoid opportunity cost by outsourcing operations, okay? So this is, like, to me, one of the most important things. When I talk to small ISO owners, unfortunately, what many of them have done is they've taken on operational processes because their upstream partner dropped the ball. Okay, that is a good reason to look for another partner. It is not a good reason to take an operating process internally. I know people that have 2 or 3 sales agents that are handling all of their own merchant support, right? You got to be careful with that. Now, again, depending on your brand promise, which I'll talk about in a second, that might make sense, but you want to be careful that you're not taking on equipment deployment, tech support, customer service, billing, all these different things. You don't want to bring all of that stuff in-house, because you can outsource that if you get the right upstream partner, and then you can, again, focus. You're going to hear that word a lot today. You can focus on sales and growing your payment processing business. So don't bring operational processes in-house. Get a partner that you trust where you can outsource those operational processes. Finally, number 3 is brand equity and focus. You're probably surprised to hear that word, aren't you? Brand equity and focus, okay? As an ISO today, I feel like it's a lot different than it was even 5 or 10 years ago. When I got in the industry 13 years ago, the idea of a small ISO having their own brand, you could do it. It didn't really matter that much. You're out in the field, you're out selling. It doesn't really matter the name of the company you say when you walk in. It's about the salesmanship. Well, today it's very different, because today we are what? We are focused, right? So we're going after specific verticals. Well, if you're going after a particular vertical, you probably want a brand name that focuses on that vertical, right? If you're going after a specific, and you're going to offer a certain technology solution to solve one particular need for various merchant types, well, you probably want a brand name that focuses on the fact that you're solving that need. So you need brand equity to complement that brand focus. So what that means is you need to make sure your upstream partner, your processing partner, allows you to put your brand, your logo on the statement, right? On the merchant portal, on the agent portal, on all these things. You want to make sure that there's kind of this white label branded experience that you're able to provide to your merchants and your agents. This is an area where our sponsor, Maverick Payments, does a fantastic job, and they've leveraged technology to create a full suite of CRM type solutions. They've got residual reporting, they've got merchant portal, all these things with your logo and your brand. So now if you're going out there and you're targeting hair salons or you're targeting home service providers or whatever it might be, you can put your brand on all of those things to build that brand equity and to accentuate the fact that you are focusing your brand on solving one particular problem and or you're going after a particular vertical or segment of the market. So those are 3 things that you should focus on if you're a small ISO and you're looking to scale. I would encourage you to check out our sponsor, Maverick Payments. It's just maverickpayments.com. You can look them up on LinkedIn or go to their website, maverickpayments.com. Talk to them about what they provide to you as an ISO and find out if it might be the right fit for you as you focus your strategy in 2023 and scale up your ISO. My name is James Shepard. Thank you for listening and watching this edition of the Merchant Sales Insight.